I used.
Is that the setup? Like getting ready?
Yeah, just for you guys. For you guys. I was slicing and dicing.
Live.
Okay, cool. So we're live. Are we really live now?
Yeah, you're really live.
Is the circle still there? Yeah, it is. So, so we're live. Welcome to OnSet. I'm Daniel Norton. This is Dave. Seth is over here messing with me. This is my in-store studio audience. If you guys don't know, we stream on YouTube at noon every Thursday. So that's who I'm talking to when I'm not talking to you. I'm not crazy. Facebook at 3 though. So if you want a double dose, Facebook. You have to be nice if you watch the Facebook stream because my mother watches that one, and it wouldn't be cool to make bad comments. So this is food photography. I do this every once in a while. Obviously, we don't have a big oven and food stylist and all this other stuff going on. And maybe that's the people that would come to this are people that are just trying to get into food photography or shoot maybe for blogs, that kind of stuff, something really simple. So that's the direction I take with this. So we won't, Dave's not a master chef.
I'm a pretty good cook.
He is a pretty good cook though, but we're going to go all cold today. And I was, because I'm the kind of person that likes to prep like really far ahead of time. Yesterday I was buying food and I had just watched Stranger Things. You guys see Stranger Things? Yeah. Oh yeah, right. So this is a show on Netflix. People don't know, and it takes place like in the '80s. And I was having flashbacks, and I said, I'll make like a lunch that I would have had when I was a kid. I was much younger, of course, in the '80s. And the lunch that I ate a lot of when I was a kid was a bologna and cheese sandwich. So we're gonna make a bologna and cheese sandwich, and we're gonna make it kind of fun, and we're gonna create a little plate out of it. Just to hopefully show that we can make a cool shot no matter what we make, or we'll see. I mean, we're gonna go for that. So I've got a couple of things here. Like I said, I went shopping. So it wouldn't get crushed because I've learned a lot in my time traveling on subways. Wonder bread. I believe me, it really is Wonder bread. Do people know what that is? We got bologna. Oh, hold on. We got bologna. Oh, bologna. Get my sponsorship from Oscar Mayer. And of course, cheese. Now, I couldn't get the fancy cheese that I would normally like to eat because nobody ate fancy cheese in the 80s, so we got the Kraft singles. What's nice about these is each one's individually wrapped. And it is a cheese product.
Cheese-like substance.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the sandwich, because you got to eat your sandwich first, right? No dessert or anything till you eat your sandwich. So we're going to do a sandwich first. I have my bread. I mean, obviously, the one thing I did break away a little bit on is I did get fancy mustard because this looked pretty cool. Stone ground pub mustard. So I thought this would add a little touch to it to make it a little more fancy. We'll do like an overhead shot first with some mustard like on the sandwich, and then we'll close the sandwich and complete it, and then I will eat it. Okay, so it'll be that simple. All right, so I mean, making a sandwich is pretty simple, I guess. Is there a place you want me to stand for this?
Do what you do.
All right, I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. As soon as food comes out, everybody starts to show up. Alana's here, and Fernanda. Now, I'll say that I'm not as good at making sandwiches as Isaiah. If Isaiah's watching, I'm a sure sandwiches man. But, all right, so 2 pieces of bread. Now, we had this conversation the other day, I think, Seth, about sandwiches. And the proper way to make a sandwich, I'm going online. I'm going to say this on the record. You got to put 1 piece of meat in there. I know you guys go to the deli, you start stacking them up with like 20 pieces of meat. 1 piece of bologna is what you get in your bologna sandwich. Yeah, of course Chewy says stack it. Kids these days, listen, we got 1 piece of bologna and we were happy with it. By the way, when I was in Germany, I got the best fried bologna sandwich ever. Is anybody from Germany here? The piece, he cut it off like a, what would you call that, a sausage? Like a big bologna sausage. He cut this like well, it was probably in centimeters because we were in Germany, but he cut a piece like that thick and he fried it. It was delicious. Anyways, I digress. So 1 piece of bologna, 1 piece of cheese.
They do take their sausage seriously.
Yeah, oh man, it was good. And he fried it up and he just stuck it with mustard. It's in a bun. It was the equivalent of the New York like egg on a bun. Because I think it was like $1. Well, it wasn't $1 because we were in Germany. Whatever, yeah, it was €1. The money there, like the smaller money is all in coins, so you don't feel like you're spending any money when you buy stuff. If you get into Europe, I thought I was only spending a penny. All right, so I'm going to put my piece of Kraft cheese on there.
And there's no penny.
There are no pennies. No. All right, so. Now, we could approach this a couple of different ways. This is bad. Okay, so, all right, so we got our sandwich. Now, before we finish it, let's get our lighting set up. That was our there wasn't any like food sanitation laws in the 80s, so you just touch everything. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna use a softbox for this. Softbox is gonna create a big, even, flat light. This is gonna be useful. This is the most similar thing to like using, let's say, a window, right? So I think though we want to put it like maybe like here. So Dave's got the softbox. He's gonna move it for us. This is a Profoto D1, D2. So it's a mono light. You could use a speed light. You could use a hot light. You could use a speed light. I already said that. What can't you use? An LED light. Don't use an LED light. Oh God. No. I'll start right away saying not to use LEDs because people. You could use candlelight. Now, one of the things that's important here. Now we're going to mess with this a little bit. And we're going to make it kind of flat and old looking and fun, hopefully.
They're asking if you can cut in half or diagonally.
That is that. By the way, I'm not going to. The YouTube question that's coming up right now. I will answer that question because it's a very important question. Whether or not you cut the sandwich in half or diagonally. So we will get into that discussion after. But first we got to get to the
Moral.
Yeah, it depends on how you like it.
Chris Knight says since you shot Elvis, Elvis used to eat barbecue bologna on a roll.
Barbecue bologna on a roll, of course. That would be delicious.
Got to that cup.
Yes, Chris Knight, the deliverer of the cup holder, which I have taken. I have it, yeah, in here for that I use. By the way, this cup holder, thank you, Chris. This is an amazing cup holder. And I use it for bottles and stuff. We had to go back. The Tether Tools cup holder broke, and there was a whole long story about it. So Chris came through with the awesome cup holder that we can use. But anyways, we'll get back to that in a second. I'm distracted. All right, so Profoto, softbox, simple, right? Now, one thing we want to do is, because we're using flash, the power of flash. Oh yeah, you did move the cameras. Now I'm confused. The power of flash is that I can control my environment, right? There's a lot of light in here. There's some window light. There's the light from my beautiful audience. There's this light in the sky. But we don't necessarily want to use that light, right? We want to use our flash because we paid a lot of money for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate the light in the room, and we're going to do that by setting our camera at such a way that none of the light will affect our shot. And the way we do that, we're going to change lenses too, I think. The way that we do that is we're going to set our camera at the fastest shutter speed in which it will sync with our flash, which is 250th of a second in this case. There is a thing called high-speed sync. We're not going to use that today. So forget that that exists, because not every light can do it. So 250 is what it is for this camera. Your camera might be 125. Your camera might be, what's your camera, 180? 320?
It's about
180, yeah, see, there you go. So not every camera is exactly the same. Your camera will be what your camera is. The next step is you set your ISO at the lowest spot that it goes like within its normal range. So for this camera, it is 100. Now there is like a special like low ISO on some cameras. You don't necessarily want to use that because that will also. Oh yeah, I'll get into that in a second. So you don't necessarily want to go below the base ISO of the camera because you could introduce noise by doing that as well. That's really a specialized thing. So 100 is good, and then we want to figure out our f-stop. So the f-stop needs to be at least enough that all the light in the room is gone. But you can also use it creatively, like if we want more depth of field or less. I usually like to start around f8 because it's in the middle, you know. f8 and be there and all that other good stuff. So if we set our camera at f8, 100. Now, how did I come up with f8? You know, I'm here every Thursday, so I'm cheating a little bit. Like I know it's f8, but if you're just in a space randomly, you can start at f8 and go from there. I could also use a light meter, which I have one in my hand, but for this, we're just going to take a picture, which hopefully will be black. There it is. I am tethered into Capture 1, right? So you can see, hopefully, that there is a black frame here. The one final check I like to do is I'll come up over here into my adjustments, and I'm just going to drag my slider. This is like if you were in Photoshop or anything else adjusting the exposure. I'm going to drag it up until I see the sandwich. Now, that's a pretty good shot, Dave, right? That looks pretty good. But yeah, see, we start seeing the sandwich about 1.5 stops. So we're about a stop and a half overexposed. Yeah, well. Okay, so we know we're good. Now, the question is, because I made that comment that I always make to start trouble at the beginning of everyone, not to use LEDs. The reason why I say that is because when you're shooting food, this is one of those exceptions where we're going to make it look weird. You generally want good color, right? So LEDs, by their nature, most of them, do not have great color. They have a discontinuous color spectrum. They're missing colors, or there are additional spikes in color. If you spend a lot of money on LEDs, like a decent amount of money, they will have good color. But I know when people say I want to use LEDs, they're not talking about a $2,000 LED. They're talking about inexpensive LEDs. If you get a good LED, then you can be happy to use it. So that's why I generally say not to use LEDs for food, because I feel like food looking correct color-wise is important to make it yummy, right? You want your food to look good, right?
The black frame is more delicious than the white.
Indeed. Okay, so now that we're there, we're going to set our flash up. Now, we already know our camera is set, right? Besides changing composition and stuff, we're not going to change anything on the camera. So now we're going to change our light to match our camera. So I'm going to take my light meter. This is a Sekonic 308S U. And I'm going to set it on non-corded flash mode, and I'm going to pump in my stats, 250. Can you see that? 250, 100 ISO, right? Then we're going to take the meter, and I'm going to place it, put it in the right mode first. And place it, now normally you want to point the meter at the light, but because we're backlighting it, I'm going to just kind of point it straight up, which was actually a song by Paula Abdul, also in the 80s, right?
I guess it would help if
we should also turn the light on.
Yeah, or the right group. And
Right group, settings, settings. Nobody needs those.
I had it on, just not.
Okay. All right, so I put my flash meter there. And I've got it f3.6, so we need to turn the power up a bit. What do we do from here? I will turn it up. It would have helped if I looked at what it was before I started, but I think this seems right. We're looking to get f8. Oh, f11. I mean, we could shoot at f11 if we want, because we know it'll still be dark, but Dave's going to control it. He's taking over. You see where I'm putting this, because later when you see me just wandering around aimlessly, I'm looking for the light meter. Okay. Oh yeah, we'll do a test. I was trusting Dave, but let's just do a test anyways. A little more. We're at 7.1.
Okay.
Eight. Okay, so. See, I always feel like you guys trust me. Now, if you guys didn't see it, by the way, you should look at Adorama TV. Gavin Hoey was there last week, and he did a presentation. That's why I wasn't here. He always shows the person the light meter, like as if we don't trust them. I think you guys trust me that it's f8, right? Okay. All right, so now we take a shot. Now that should give us a base exposure. It may or may not be what we want. Oh, that is delicious. Can we just take a moment here for me to eat one of these sandwiches? All right, so we have the sandwich. Even at f8, the depth of field you can see is not that great. You know, it's not super, super deep, but I think that's okay. We may mess around with that a little bit. The exposure looks pretty good. We're not clipping in the white bread. White bread, you like that? Come on now. I'm here all week. All right, so, and we look good, right? But the first shot I want to do anyways, though, is with the top of the sandwich off, I think. Right? We want to do a mustard shot. But I think we might want to go more overhead with it. Oh, that's a good angle, though. That's not bad, Dave. But let's go a little more overhead.
Yeah.
I think our light's okay. Luckily, we have a white plate, which is kicking light back, so we're not even having to use a reflector yet.
Yeah, I wonder, is it clipping at all on the plate?
Oh, like in the front of the plate? I don't think so.
No,
The TV screen
On the
looks...
back of the plate?
There's no clip.
Nah, it looks good.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You see it in the histogram.
Yeah.
Cool.
Our histogram is good. We have a good histogram. All right, so we're going to go up and over a bit, not directly over top, but more or less over top. Now, you will notice one thing. I could take my flash and put it straight over top, right, and make the light flat. But you notice that we didn't do that. We put it slightly to the back. The reason I do that is because that's creating what's called a drop shadow in the front, which adds depth. If we put our light directly flat on top, you wouldn't necessarily see all the depth in the beautiful crusty bread that is Wonder Bread, right? Now, this is you'll never see a sandwich look like this beyond when you first make it, because once it gets in your lunch bag, right, it's going to get smushed.
Gavin always says never trust a photographer except Daniel.
Actually, it was. I'm going to confess, since Gavin's here, it was actually not f8. That's why I didn't want to show it. Hey, Gavin. Is Gavin really here? Actually, if Gavin's watching, Now I feel a lot of pressure on me. All right, so I got to perform here. But actually, if you didn't see it, you definitely need to see Gavin's thing. I've watched it twice already.
Like that?
You know what? Yes. And actually, the first composition was much more dynamic, but for the idea I have, I think this is a better shot. This is the shot that the kid is sitting down at the lunch table with his bologna sandwich, or her, right? And you're like, maybe I can trade with Mary Jane because she's probably got, you know,
Peanut butter jelly?
peanut butter and jelly, yes.
There you go.
All right, so I was going to say pimento loaf. That's what I was. I couldn't think of the name of it. Okay, so all right, let's see what it looks like with mustard.
It's gonna look the same, but with mustard on it, maybe?
No, we're going to put the mustard. Right. Well, now mustard, but no cover. All right.
Wait, do you put the mustard on your cheese?
Oh, interesting.
See, because you should be on the meat side.
Actually, I put the mustard on the bread.
It's a sponge you absorb.
Yeah, that's how I do it. See, Dave's saying the mustard should be under the meat, but that's not going to look good for a photo.
Because when you put the mustard or mayonnaise on the same side as the cheese sticks to the bread more than the...
All right.
Wow.
They're right in the mic.
Yeah, way to go.
This knife is very sharp. So, thank you, Fernando, for putting it in the bag without the sheath. All right, so,
Can't do anything.
like I said, I did cheat, and I got the stone ground pub mustard because, why not?
By the way, this is one crazy butter knife. Or like,
In my house, because I don't have a dishwasher, I try to do everything with one utensil if I can. So this knife is going to be the thing.
it'd also be your fork later.
I'm also putting way more mustard on than I think you'd normally use, but I think it'll look good in a photo.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So
Like a splatter. Or
yeah, it's like a splatter,
or a smear.
a smear. This is actually less yellow than I thought it was going to be, so that should be interesting.
It kind of looks a little bit like. Pesto.
It does look a little bit like pesto. All right, well, let's see. I don't want to make it too perfect. Let's just see what that looks like. Oh, all right. Terrible. Good.
Terrible.
So,
I love it. Not terrible.
okay, so we're overexposed now.
Yeah.
Weird, right? Well, we did change the camera angle. Remember that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflectance, right? If you change your angle, it sometimes affects your light, right? So we've changed. So now we're getting more kickback. So let's close down the lens a tiny bit. Normally I wouldn't change the camera, but I think we didn't have enough depth of field to start off with. So let's just close down like half a stop on the lens. So we're going to
Yeah, Gavin says he only ate jam and jelly sandwiches.
jam and jelly. Isn't jam jelly?
Jam jelly sandwiches.
Oh, jam jelly. Okay. Oh, not even any peanut butter on there?
With mustard, yeah.
With mustard. Whoosh, no.
From the UK.
Actually, that doesn't look that bad. Okay, so we've got our mustard. The good thing about the mustard not looking great is that we're just going to put a cover on the bread. All right, so we'll put that on because that failed. And
That's just for you.
now it comes down to the question, right? Do we like to cut it diagonal or in half? Is that true? Is that the question?
Oh, definitely.
No, the first question is crust or no crust. And I'm going to say no crust. Come on.
No crust.
Yeah, of course. So we're going to cut the crust off the bread.
Yeah. Don't cut your finger again.
Yeah.
Watch your finger, Bobby.
Now the lack of crust is going to make this much more delicious.
It shows that mom cared.
That's right.
I always eat the crust.
I like the crust.
Yeah.
Yeah, crust.
I'm pretty sure you listen, you can have the crust then. All right. Okay, and diagonal, right? Yeah, okay, good. I don't know anybody that cuts it the other way. Except the guy in the deli here who makes me an egg sandwich in the morning.
What's the finger?
I protested against. They said diagonal was too fancy.
Oh.
Now it should be opened up a little bit, right?
Yep, maybe. Well, it
We
depends.
want to
You could do that. Let's see what it looks like. We'll try a couple different things. That's the Pac-Man.
It looks almost like it was from a much larger piece of bread.
Like somebody took a chunk out of it. Let's just try it. I'm not gonna love this, I don't think.
Oh, you moved the plate. But it's...
I moved the plate. That's not terrible. But I think I want it to be together because I would do that if the sandwich was more fancy. But I think because it's a simple sandwich, I think I want to keep it together. But instead of that, we'll add something to the plate. Now, I searched high and low for the perfect side dish, and I found Jack's. I had to go back in time. These were established in no, I don't know. All right, so these are Jack's. If you don't know what Jack's are, these are the best of the cheese doodle products. Of the puffy ones, yeah. Well, Cheetos are a whole different thing. Well, yeah, yeah. All right, so we're gonna have some Jacks.
I like to get the little cheese ball.
Yeah, cheese balls are the chick. Hey.
Right? Right, we know the size.
Okay. Now you can tell the Jacks are like handmade because like not all of them are evenly coated. All right, so we got the Jacks on there. There's like some guy in Pennsylvania coating the Jacks.
Yeah, Bachman.
Yeah, Bachman. That's what he's been up to. Okay, so let's see what that looks like.
I feel like...
Yeah, we can do some adjustments. We're making this legit. This is going to be full on.
Is it?
Let me just magically appear.
Now, I'm pretty sure that counts as, right, we've got meat, we got dairy. What are the food groups? We got grain.
They're saying overlap the halves.
Oh, overlap the halves. Oh, okay, we can do that.
Getting all Predamanger up in here.
But we also gotta remember what direction the light's coming from.
Yeah.
So...
It's going to cast a shadow.
Well, exactly. No, that's why we're going to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a sundial.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yep. This is super fancy.
I don't need anything that casts a shadow.
All right, let's try it, I guess. How's that look?
It looks, I mean,
Look at-
it's not coming out of frame too much.
Okay, so what's happening? Right? That's now the shadow side. So if we like this, which we do, because hey, I like anything, we got to do something about it, right? We got to fix that.
The crust is the best part.
Yeah,
Fine.
you are loaded.
For you crust people, we'll do a crust shot after.
Daniel is a weird kid that
They were crust people.
We will do a crust shot just for you guys. Okay, so we're going to need a reflector.
Like just the crust. You want like a little bounce?
Let's get a little bounce.
Do you want the silver bronze? The little silver?
Let's just try this to start with. This is a Shimura speed ring. You know, it's $150, but you could buy it for the box just so you could do this
Yeah, that, oh.
in the show. That may or may not work. We might need silver extra at this distance, but we'll see. I did it. Okay, good. So there you go. White card, right? Could be anything. Could be a pizza box. See, I stole your thing. I'm on that. No, it can't be a pizza box.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
I know you got it, but oh, you want gold? Oh,
Got a silver.
all right. Let's try silver to see the difference. Even though that was pretty perfect, right?
That was pretty good.
So when you're using a reflector, just be weary that you're bouncing the softbox. Like, sometimes you get tricked when you're in a space like this. You see all this.
Tin foil too.
Oh, tinfoil is also good and appropriate.
Yeah.
You want to use tin foil?
Yeah, let's use tinfoil because that's
Yeah.
actually like a food type
This
product.
is too big actually to fit in that space.
Yeah. I will not put that with the food because it'll get messy and I'll have to buy it. All right.
You said you had it.
No, I said I had it. I got it.
All right, so while he's doing that, right? Come on now. There used to be this place on 35th Street that I used to go to, and you would get these nutty bars, and the woman, whenever I would get them, she'd put them in a little bag with a napkin. It was the cutest thing. I'm like, I'm just gonna throw that away, but I can't not have that. No tinfoil. Sorry, guys. Seth let us down yet again.
I know. Hey, I'm the one who brought it in here in the first place.
Good. So,
Oh, wait, got it.
oh, okay. See, first he wanted to.
You
can wind that or wind us up.
Yeah. So these are nutty bars, which are delicious, right?
Yes.
You've never had one?
They're asking where the pickles are.
You're welcome.
You get one.
You get it.
We gotta figure out where to put that. What's that? You want milk? Okay. Oh, look at that. Well done, Dave. Normally we use that only as a hat, but
They said thank you for calling it tinfoil. And they're asking for pickles.
I do not have a pickle, unfortunately. I'm not sure where we're gonna put this yet. We'll put it there for now. It's probably not in the right spot. Compositionally. Huh. Okay, we're gonna have to move that for sure. Although I like the texture of it. I think we're gonna move the sandwich forward, because you always eat your sandwich first,
Right.
right? Nobody eats the dessert before the sandwich.
Boxed milk? What?
Yeah, boxed milk would be amazing, but I couldn't find it. We might have to break this because it's too big.
Yeah. We should break it there.
They're chanting pickle.
A pickle. I don't have a pickle.
Pickle.
I do have pickles in my house. If you want to wait, I can go get some.
It'll take
I have to say,
a couple of hours at least.
upbeat chat rooms we've had in a long time.
It's one of the few things that I keep in my refrigerator consistently is pickles. They never go bad. They're good if there's any kind of like apocalypse or anything. They last forever. Then you have the brine. You can use pickle juice, by the way, with milk to basically make buttermilk. If you want to make like, you know, buttermilk pancakes and stuff, you put them together to sour it. And then. These are the type of tips you'll get today. I might remove the plate. When we do the crust shot, I'll remove the plate. We're going to shoot just the crust after when we get a little nuts. We'll do a deconstructed sandwich.
They should sell just the crust like in a bag.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Crust jerky.
Let's not get obsessed with the crush. It's not bad, but it's not. Okay, okay, hold on.
What'd you do?
All right, so I'm not sure that, okay, so,
It's a sandwich slice. The one on top is kind of weird to me.
yeah, exactly. The sandwich slice is now bizarre.
Yeah.
Because now it's closer to the camera, its angle is getting weird, so I have to,
If you just rotate it like this.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Is it blocking this not too much?
I don't think so.
Okay, try it. All right, a little better. A little styling. I think there's too much of a crush going on here.
Yeah, ask if the plate is plastic.
The plate is actually paper.
It's like that cardboardy kind of.
Yeah. Well, what if you rested the bottom one on the brim of the plate so it's more
I
angled?
kind of wonder if this.
Like that?
I kind of wonder if this should be rotated this way, so we see the break, like
No,
the face of the break.
What I'm saying is, what if you took this and rested it here?
Does anybody else want to come up and... What are you saying, stuff?
The bottom one, pull it to the left and rest it on the brim so it's not just sitting
Oh.
flat, so it's like going in a little bit.
All right,
That'll help.
everybody's a critic.
That'll help with that.
Like that?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I'm going to use a cheese doodle to hold up the back of it because it keeps falling.
Yeah, we won't see that.
All right. That's like a little Fred Flintstone shirt action going on there. Okay,
It looks a little floaty.
it's floating?
Yeah, look. Tiny bit.
No, I think that looks legit. All right. Now we get too much space. You know what would go great in that space? A pickle. But I don't have a pickle. The portion of cheese doodles that you get are only equal to what could fit into one little bag, sandwich bag.
They're asking what your overall idea for a certain look with this is.
So this is a 1980s Stranger Things inspired school lunch, featuring all things that we ate for lunch in the 80s, except for Gavin, who had jam. Apparently, he wasn't probably even alive in the 80s.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. I think that's all we're going to add. Now it's just going to come down to the styling of it. Let's just see what we got here. I think we're kind of getting there. So we're going to play around a little bit with the, what's that?
Food styles.
Food styles. Yeah, we're going to play around a little bit. So I'm looking at my image because I'm in Capture One. It's funny how it looks so much different there. Because remember, the lens is going to change. I think that's going to be good. I'm trying to fill that space in, making a better composition. Yeah, there we go. Looks legit. Our sandwich looks very white, which is good. But we have the detail. We're not losing any detail in any of it. Now, I want to come into this. We'll test my Capture One here. So one thing I want to do to get, I might go, can we go a little bit wider and take one more? I think we need a little space. So we're on a zoom lens, or Dave's going to move it. I don't know, one or the other.
Which lens is he using?
Drop the neck.
This is a Canon 24 to 70 2.8 L2R WQ5.
Awesome, thanks. I'm gonna look for that one.
That's the exact nomenclature. You could just say 2.8.
Appreciate it.
Just write in the comments when you can, please.
I think I'm going to lower my saturation a bit.
They're saying you're missing the paper bag.
Yes, I did think about getting paper bags. Who mentioned that online, but I couldn't find any.
They have one there. It says donut.
Yeah, but there are donuts in that. It's also not paper. It's like a waxy bag.
Wider
pa-
like that?
Yeah, perfect. Maybe a little more overhead. Can we get more overhead or no?
But yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can go straight overhead if you want.
No, just a little bit. Once we get this in place, we're going to basically make it look like a cafeteria menu. We're going to make it really flat. Color-wise. And the way we're going to do that, I think I'm going to come in and just lower the saturation on just my like oranges. You know what is missing actually is an apple. But I didn't get an apple, so sorry.
So,
Little branding. Little branding. Little branding. I'm adding a drink. A ring light. You could use a ring light for this. It would be really, really flat, generally. So a ring light is not bad for this kind of thing if you're going for a flat look. I generally like to add a little more texture to it, so not the first thing I go to, but ring lights aren't terrible for this.
there's a little bit more overhead.
Cool. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Yeah, I think the soda's not going to work because we'd have to go too far away to see it.
Oh, we have to put it on the other, like the lower end.
You have to light it too.
Yeah, and well, I was going to light it. I was going to get all fancy. Let me just see if we can make it work.
Not really.
Yeah, it would be tough to get in the shot.
We have to go like this.
We need to put it in a cup.
I'm going to shift this a bit.
Okay.
And even still.
And plus, if you're getting a bologna and cheese sandwich, there's no way you had a Coke. Let's just be honest.
They're requesting no barcode on the soda.
No bar. They hadn't invented barcodes yet.
Is that how it's in the shop?
No, I don't know.
See, even if we moved it over, it just comes out really like.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not a good shot for the soda. So we'll take that out. We'll drink that later. All right.
No egg cream.
Egg cream.
Egg creams are awesome.
Yes, I love an egg
Yeah.
cream. Okay, this is what I wanted. However, that cheese doodle is visible, so let's hide it.
Just to eat half of it.
I could just eat it.
They're questioning a juice box as an alternative.
Juice box
I
would be good.
don't think juice boxes existed when I was eating these sandwiches, to be honest with you. Let's do a little, somebody Google juice boxes and see when they first started. I think Capri Sun might have been the... They used to have juice. Okay, looking at the audience to see if anybody's old enough. It was in a little plastic cup with like a tinfoil... yeah. Yeah. It was Juicy Juice, I think. Yeah. All right. That would be amazing if you were in kindergarten. But this kid's at least in 5th grade.
Oh, that's good.
All right, that looks pretty neat. Now, we're gonna have to do a little doodle. I like even that there's some crumbs on the plate. I could remove them if I wanted to, but I'm gonna leave them there. I'm just gonna jump in here. I'm gonna go into my oranges.
Like the bologna or cheese.
We don't see the bologna and our cheese. Do we need to see that? Maybe. All right.
Otherwise, it's just bread, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good point. All right, I'm lowering my sat. And just in my oranges. All right. All right, I gotcha.
They're saying juice boxes were just brand new in the 80s.
No, I think just
Like a
angling
tilt?
it. Yeah.
Juice box officially
Like so, this
in,
face
in
is up more.
1980 exactly it was introduced.
Oh, wow.
Apparently due to YouTube comments.
It's good we have people on the internet doing research for us.
Yeah, so apparently juice boxes were a thing. Just not where I was. All right. I totally messed up the... I don't know. I feel like it looks like you're trying too hard with that. So I think what we'll do... Because I want this to look more subtle.
Yeah, but like just a subtle, like shift that face up more, probably, so we can see it. The cut edge.
How's that?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, let me
Little
fix
bit.
this. Now,
Can you also clarify that ring light doesn't mean just LED?
yeah, a ring light could be a ring flash. Could be LED, but LEDs, as I mentioned before, generally don't have great
That's
color.
what they're saying. They're like, you just told us some LEDs.
Yeah, a ring flash would be a flash. Yeah. You probably don't want to use an LED ring light. There are fluorescent, but again, if you're talking about something that costs $100, it's probably not going to have great color, which ultimately could be a problem with food photography. But like I always say, if that's what you have, you're better off using it than not shooting at all. So, but flash will definitely give you better. Thanks, Dave.
No gloves.
Well, you know, I'm invoking that rule of since I touched it, I get to eat it. Okay. Hold on.
They're saying, what about one heart attack stacked on top of the other heart attack, but upwards?
There it is.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
nice. All right.
So that right there is what I used to have for lunch when I was in 5th grade.
They're asking if you would do anything with that white in the center as a negative space.
No, I think I like it. I actually, so they're asking about the white in the center. I actually moved the stuff away to make some differentiation there. I could put a doodle there to fill it in to show you. I actually moved one out of the space because I thought that it would be, well, let's try it. Maybe that'll be good too. That's the great thing about this. It's easy enough just to add or subtract a doodle. I think it's too much. I actually like the space better, personally. My personal taste is the space.
It's more like,
Yeah.
it looks like the appropriate proportions that you would have.
Yeah. Okay, questions, thoughts, concerns about this? Simple, right? Yes.
Where would you focus?
Oh, that's a good question. Where would I focus? Generally, most of your focus in your depth of field is behind you, so I would focus on the thing that's the tallest, so in this case, probably the bread.
Yeah, I'm focused
Maybe not the
like-
tip of the bread, but like probably
right
like,
here.
yeah. Yeah, we'll take a picture. Yeah, exactly.
I am focused.
Don't touch my sandwich.
That's
Right there. Yeah.
You can just say that's where he's focused.
And that's where Dave's focusing. So that way we have a decent amount of depth of field. And then what you want to do is once you get yourselves all set up, this is what's great about being in Capture One.
They're saying the angle, would you rather go more table forward?
Well, we started more table forward, but I kind of felt like this would be kind of fun as an overhead. But now we're set up, right? It looks pretty good, so we can try a couple of different things. So we have the first shot. So yeah, let's go a little lower and more forward from the front. Let's see what it looks like. Let's work it a little bit.
All right.
The other thing that people, although see, I always associate these with babies, but people also like goldfish instead of the. Now I don't know. Let's take a quick poll. I mean, jacks or goldfish? You're gonna say goldfish, aren't you? I knew it. Young people.
I just got what I wanted.
All right, so those are good. Not my favorite. Pizza.
The pizza, goldfish.
When did that start? Oh, you smash it in the sandwich. All right, give me a couple now. We'll just open them. Give me some. We're gonna do it. We're doing your creation. This is how we roll here.
Just say what you do.
We're gonna now put goldfish in the sandwich because, and we gotta smash it.
They're asking if the plate is
Oh, that's enough.
oval, if that's a perspective thing.
The plate is an oval, in fact. This is the real test: is whether or not I will eat these before I have a chance to take the picture.
Yeah, those Band-Aids are enticing, I know.
Listen,
So
you're allowed to eat your own blood without being a vampire.
see, this
Right?
row is kind of
Actually,
forward.
it's a stain on your own blood. Never mind.
What's that? This is why we don't mic Seth, because he's saying inappropriate things.
It's not
not inappropriate.
Well, it's inappropriate for the channel.
I'm gonna put vampires on the channel.
By the way, speaking of vampires, totally off topic, which I never do. I'm reading a really cool short story that where it's like a, is it Snow White, the one with the apple? It's like that, but in fact, Snow White is a vampire, and the witch is actually trying to kill her because she's a vampire. It's kind of interesting. I mean, I think that's what's going on. It's unclear right now. They're just hinting at it. Oh. Oh. Well done, internet person.
The dynamicism.
Yeah, it changes it completely, right? Now you're a little kid,
Now it's a journey.
right? All right, so I'm gonna put the goldfish. Should this be a separate sandwich? I think this is gonna be a separate sandwich. I don't want to ruin the sandwich I already have. Luckily, I brought multiple little pieces of bread. All right, so let's move that one for a second. We're trying the special. Now, is this gonna be inside the sandwich or are they on top of it?
We like smash it into the mustard and we sprinkle the goldfish and the bologna and the cheese.
You're gonna have to do it. Yeah, get up here. Make me a sandwich. All right.
That sound like a small Ziploc bag for a school lunch.
Really
There was no Ziploc.
full on, like full on do it.
Yeah, do it. Let's make a sandwich.
But I used to
Don't cut yourself. That knife is very sharp. Don't worry, that mustard wasn't like $8 or anything. They really get you on the mustard, right? Because it's really expensive and you have to have like a dozen different kinds of mustard. My refrigerator is full of mustard and pickles.
But no pickles today.
But no pickles. Oh, I see what you got going on there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is interesting. Is there going to be bologna there as well?
Yeah, with chips and fries is pretty good too.
Chips and fries?
Or fries.
Yeah.
Fries.
Barbecue chips inside the sandwich. Boom.
This is an impressive endeavor.
Where's the bologna?
It's right here in the sealed package, so you can have it every day for an entire week. Right, but we're not going to be able to see it though.
But if you, so.
It's a photo.
Okay.
I'm putting you
so
on the spot. Yeah, so we got to show that they're there. Yeah.
You have it open, so the bologna and cheese is on one bread.
Yeah, one job.
Dave's not going to get a
What are you
sandwich now.
saying?
Yeah, like this. Put this as the cover. So bologna cheese down here, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave the crust
right.
on for this one for the people at the internet that like crust. It's like it's not complete yet. You're gonna be making it.
I think that the bologna looks better than the cheese, right? Would you agree?
Yeah.
So you probably do the cheese on.
Okay.
Wait, do I?
Yeah, do it at a diagonal. Yeah, exactly. So we can see. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right. Unfortunately, they only gave me a budget for one plate.
Oh no.
I'm walking away. She's on it. Get those goldfish looking good.
Okay. So I do like
Yeah, it's like you're making the sandwich. We're in pre-make.
that.
Well, I don't know. Do you think so?
Maybe.
Or both flat? Either way. Well, let's see what it looks like.
Your coffee is kind of in the shop.
My coffee's in the shot. We'll take that out because kids didn't drink coffee.
Or.
We had
do
Tang.
like the goldfish
Tang?
when you bought it.
No? Yeah. I'm pointing at you like you would know. You're probably like, he's like, I wasn't even alive in these.
Oh, interesting. Show it again with the flash.
If we had like an ecto cooler thing.
That's,
Oh wow.
very dramatic.
That's
Wow.
Red Dead Goldfish.
Wow, it's so moody. Now, I think we're going to need a reflector for sure, though, because we're very moody on this one. Or we can come in closer with the light. I like the texture, yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So let's bounce. And when I say bounce, I don't mean leave, because that's a term for leaving as well.
That is in the shop.
Right? Bounce. Okay. No, I like to explain stuff to people just in case they don't know. Good, need more than that. Let's maybe move the whole box forward.
Or we can.
Using the light. Oh, no. He's making it work with tinfoil.
Yeah. I think the problem is that I'm getting so close to the front egg.
Well, let me do this too. You can also cheat. Did that turn on? If I knew how to work it, it would be. Oh. No?
No, that didn't help at all.
Yeah, we need to be able to see it.
Yeah.
The box would be kicked.
Can you see the light coming out of the box? Is the mono light on?
No, it's off.
Wow. I turned the power up a little bit in between where I was messing with the button. Yeah. Okay, that was good. I was just testing the power of the light. Oh man, the tinfoil hole solution. It's still a little too bright.
That's some glamour lighting on those fish.
Yeah.
One more. All right, good. Look at the texture in Wonder Bread. And people always putting it down. Now. Look at those goldfish. How come in the picture on the package they have like a smiley face? I don't see a single smiley face on this.
Some of them do. Like every fifth one has.
Yeah, we need one fish with a smile. Did you use them all?
I think it's up there.
Yeah.
You left them.
Seafood sandwich.
Let's get a smiley fish in there. All right. Do we have we don't okay. This is kind of interesting actually. Hold on, should we like
They no longer smile.
they don't smile anymore?
They're asking, what if you shot the sandwich on the tin foil like it was unwrapped?
Oh wow. Listen, you put tinfoil around your can of soda when you leave at your house in the morning to keep it cold. Not around your sandwich, but I'll do that. Hold on, smiley one first.
There's like one.
She found Neo.
All right,
Yeah, there's
let's
one
get.
smiling fish.
You see where it needs to go, right?
Where?
Like right, like here ish.
Right there.
Yeah,
This became a macro shoot now.
that's where it always goes.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Oh, multiples. All right. Oh, he's smiling. Now, just because,
And he's salty too.
let's play around a little bit with our depth of field. Let's go now. I'm going to do what I said I wasn't going to do because I do that kind of stuff.
What if you put the knife in the background as like a
Yeah, I was thinking. Okay, yeah, we can definitely get a little.
Fun with the.
It's like build a shot live with these people.
What do you mean by these people? All right, so
These people.
That's the murder weapon.
yeah, I don't know. You gotta look at the camera. I can't really see what it looks like. We'll try it.
So you can.
We're adding stuff. Oh, it's not terrible. Let me move it back a little bit. Oh, I hope we don't have to return that piece of paper.
A little bit of a smear on it.
We can also. Is that gonna be too much? You said too much before I even shot it, but you knew. You had a sense for it. I like that. All right.
Oh, the cheese looks good. I like it.
Oh, you like the cheese. Oh, she doesn't like the cheese. You had to battle it out.
Journey
Thumb
you
wrestle.
put me on. I know there's a goal at the end.
Well, we could just do this instead of doing that. We could just be like, maybe split the difference. Each one's individually wrapped.
That looks too weird, yeah.
Yeah. You want a different color cheese? You like white cheese?
Sure.
But no, I don't have white cheese. We don't have budget for that. Come on, one kind of cheese. Do you want special cheeses? All right, so we'll eat cheese or no cheese. That's up to you guys. All right. Oh, you like that better. I took a couple out, leveled it out a little bit, added a little blue. All right. So now, though, let's play around for a second. Let's actually we could add the soda at this point too, but I don't think we need to. Let's do this. Let's go. We're going to go into high-speed sync. I know. I said I wasn't going to do it.
Calling this sandwich sexy.
It is kind of sexy, actually. Well done.
Shared the fish, yeah.
So let's go wide open on the lens. And we'll go into high-speed sync. So high-speed sync is going to allow us to shoot at a faster shutter speed than the 250. The reason why we need to do that is because if we turn the flash off for a second, and if we just go to 250 at 2.8, we're going to see that we're going to pick up some of this ambient light, probably. Right? Whoa. No flash.
Oh.
No flash.
You turn off?
That was a lot of ambient light.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't turn it off. Hold on.
Okay. I thought you did.
No, there you go.
It's on now, right?
Yeah. So we can see that some of the ambient light is affecting our shot. So we don't want that, right? So we need to go up in our shutter speed to get rid of that if we want to do the most shallow depth of field that we can do. So let's bring our shutter up to 800.
Whoa, you're crazy.
I know, it's nuts.
You're crazy. Might as well make it 1,000.
I killed it.
Oh no, kids these days don't use 1,000. They like the in between.
These kids these days, the ones that use the Twitters, the ones that use the
Yeah, let's go to 1,000. Let's go to 1,200.
1200?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
They're asking if you'd use ND filters.
Okay, if you didn't have the capability to do high-speed sync, you could do a neutral density filter on the lens to basically eliminate the light. You could go 2.8, add a bunch of ND. We did that in a video, actually, so if you go back through maybe a month ago, we did it live, actually, live. Okay, so that gives us a black frame. So now, obviously, you have to have a flash that's capable of high-speed sync. The Profoto is, a lot of speed lights are, so if you're using a speed light, good. A couple other brands are as well now, so more and more people are using it. You do need to change it on the controller. Yeah, that should work. Now, high-speed sync is not an exacting science, right? So we're going to shoot it and see what we get, and we're going to have to adjust our exposure as we go. Yeah.
I think we need to go down.
High-speed sync is really easy and works on the first time. No, so actually that worked out. The math for it actually kind of worked. So we're going to keep Smiley in focus, Nemo.
But they're asking if you kept your ISO the same.
The ISO remains the same. Yes. So now we've got a little bit more of a shallow depth of field if we want to get that shallow depth of field. The new flashpoint, does it do, it does. See, the new flashpoint light does, which one's it called? Everything. The new flashpoint everything light does high-speed sync. Flashpoint, by the way, is Adorama's house brand. So they're very affordable. And if you have any problems with it, Shua will help you. Not that you would have a problem. All right, questions. What do you think? Shallow depth of field, deeper? What do you guys like? You paid all the money for the lens. You might as well open it up.
Can you achieve the same thing without a high-speed sync? Like, why do you use high-speed?
So the reason why I'm using high-speed sync is because when I go to f2.8 at 250th of a second, which is my maximum sync speed, the light from the room is picking up my shot. So in this situation, I needed it because all these lights are on me. If you were in a darker spot, you might not need to. It would really depend on where you are. If you are capable of turning all the lights off, but whenever we do that on YouTube, they get mad. So we don't do that anymore. We try not to. They're like, why are you turning the lights off on us? Then it's just a black frame and my voice. Nobody wants that.
So they're asking if cost-effective, would ND be more cost-effective than buying
A light?
high-speed sync lights?
Would ND be more cost-effective than buying new lights that do high-speed sync? Probably, sure. I mean, if you already have lights, a neutral density filter can be very useful. They're also useful for doing long exposures outside. So you should have everything. Just enter your credit card into Adorama's website and just start putting stuff in the cart. You're good to go. Don't worry about it. It'll all work out. We can never have enough cool tools as photographers. All right, so are we happy with the sandwich? Everybody's happy? Somehow I managed to shoot a bologna and cheese sandwich. Oh, look, it's up on the screen. It looks good. Yeah, that was a long sandwich. No. Any other questions?
That was a long
This, I feel like that we need to add one more piece to this. I don't know why. I mean, this kid, his mother was so nice. You're his mother. Was so nice to crush the goldfish in there that I feel like a little spoiled. I'm just gonna say. So he's got the bakery style dessert, not just the packaged Edmonds.
So this is like a step above the previous kid.
Yeah, the first kid was like whatever. That's like the everyday lunch. This is like a special. The mom, you drive him to school in the morning. Doesn't have to take the bus. All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, so now
On the left side?
over here, right? Is that what you're thinking, or is that the right?
Can't see anything with that foil.
Yeah. It'll be cut up a little bit, but I think it's good.
Yeah, I think we just want to see a little bit of it.
Yeah.
That feels really like it is still in the spotlight. It's too delicious.
God damn.
All right.
There's nothing wrong in this world right now.
And the thing to learn here, we'll try it again, but the thing to learn here is that if it doesn't work, that's fine, right? Whatever works, works. If we don't like it, yeah, it's still in the spotlight. Nobody wants it.
Try it back here.
Go.
Yeah.
And then rotate it towards me a little bit.
We don't want to go this way.
Yeah. And then come this way a little more. Rotate it towards me. Right there.
We got
I
it.
feel like this would have to be cropped from the bottom.
Okay.
Or I choke up or something.
Well, let's shoot it and see what it looks like. Then you can always change our composition. Oh, okay, that's better. Yeah, yeah.
Now it's like not so.
Yeah, and then you just got to give some space. Maybe tilt the lens up a tiny bit,
Yeah.
and then we'll
Or
be
crop that bottom.
or crop it. Yeah,
So that's it.
one way or the other. It's got nice leading lines.
Well, usually with this stuff, you leave space for
Could leave some more. Now you see what's happening. We're drifting into this other piece of paper back here.
Yeah.
So, you
That's
know,
kinda why I did
that's what we got to figure out what you're going to do there. Okay. Questions, thoughts, concerns? No. All right, good. I think we got the sandwich. That was pretty good. Somehow I managed to make that last the whole time. We're going to, at 3, we're going to shoot some more on Facebook. So you guys, we're not going to shoot it on Facebook, but we'll be on Facebook if you guys want to hang out and watch. So I don't think we have, do we have time to do one more thing?
Probably. It's 1.
We could put, do you guys do one more thing? All right, we'll do one more thing. Let's do the little chocolate bars.
The what?
No, let's do a Swedish Fish. Let's keep with the right? Yeah, so you're ready for that. All right, since we got the fish thing going, these are Swedish Fish, which are making a comeback. I saw a commercial for one the other day. I'm like, a commercial for Swedish Fish? Oh, they changed the package?
For the first time in like decades, they changed the package.
Oh, really? I don't know if I've ever seen one in a package, to be honest with you, but now I have. All right, so let's see what these look like, because I have not looked at one in a long time.
I do have to get some.
I think we should switch to maybe to the macro lens. It's a stalker right there.
Can I clear?
Yeah, let's clear the set. Let's swap this. You probably don't want to put these in mustard. No.
Probably won't be so good.
Can you knock down the tinfoil for a little bit or something? Conspiracies?
Yeah, thanks.
Enough for conspiracies?
Oh, you can kind of read it a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna create like a a school of fish.
I'll come up a bit.
Yeah, and maybe we'll use both kinds of fish. Maybe they're following this fish.
They're asking about continuous light source. Focus using flash if you're switching to high-speed signal.
We might do that next session, right?
I think we'll stick with flash. So yeah, you could use constant lights. We often do actually when I do food photography. Here, I think they're good to use,
This guy's the
mostly because you can really see. What's that?
He's the center.
Yeah, mostly because you can see exactly what you're doing, especially when you're dealing with shadows and stuff, or really reflective foods like soup and stuff like that. A constant light source can be really, really useful. I decided to use flash today to be a little different. It does give you a lot more control though, because remember, whenever you're using the constant lights, you have to be thinking about the light in the space, right? Even if I had had a constant light, I still couldn't have shot 2.8, 250. I still would have had to go to 1,000. So I'm not sure what I'm looking at here, so I'm just going to lay these out and make Dave figure it out. That's probably pretty good. We'll start there. So they are swimming on wood for some reason. Probably if I had thought this out, maybe I would have got like,
There wouldn't be.
Blue icing.
you know, oh, blue icing. Aren't you clever?
FX baby.
Could also have them swim on tinfoil.
Yeah, I think we'll do.
Well, let's start here. We're going to start simple, and we'll build up, right? You like Swedish Fish? I don't know if they're, probably not, right? Are they good?
This is what you have so far.
Oh, this is not terrible.
But I
One of these
I would
kids.
focus on the goldfish probably.
Yeah, the goldfish is probably
Power the light is currently.
the light is currently at 5.5. And it's a, so that's, no, it's not half. It's 1,000 watt second light. So at 10, it's 1,000. At 9, it's 500. At 8, it's 250. At 7, it's 125. At 6, it's 75. So it's probably somewhere between 50 and 75 watt seconds right now. So you could be doing this with a with a speed light probably. I kind of like the single goldfish. Yeah, 52 and a half.
So it's like
Yes.
Let's look at the going the other way. Like it was
Oh, haha! Look at
What
you.
about the fish?
Boom. You are hired. All right, here we go.
wait.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
They're saying, what if you did the fish at 45 swimming away?
We got you.
They're going nuts.
Oh, is it a smiley face one too? I hope.
I use the smiley face one.
Nice.
He has the most charisma.
Bam. And he's swimming the other way. But we could also do 45. That's not bad.
He's doing his own thing. He's proud of it.
He does not care. Yeah. That's the guy that crosses. You know, you're like going through Grand Central, like everybody's walking in a straight line. There's like one person. Actually, I think he would be more likely to go this way though.
Like into the other fish?
Yeah. I think straight back is good though. So, you know, we're playing with it. Bam, right? Easy as that. You know, it'd be cool, but we don't have it. But I'm gonna make it happen anyways because I'll figure out a way to do it. Is if we could make it like blurry, like Lens Baby-ish. Let's do it like this. Let's do like this over part of it so that we try to blur that part of it. Is that gonna work?
Probably not.
We'll try it.
That's too much.
That is too much.
However,
That is way too much. Just like a piece of plastic would be good.
one piece of plastic.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, actually, I guess it is. Oh, no, but
Oh,
kind of all no.
unwrap it around.
Yeah, you can stretch it.
It won't go. It's not.
I only want it on one side though.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
like.
Yeah, because I want the goldfish to be. What I'm trying to do here is I want to get the goldfish to be sharp and then have a little bit of blur on the other fish. And I mean, I could do that in Photoshop, but actually, I probably couldn't do that in Photoshop.
Okay, you just throw it.
Disrespect my
Oh, this
space.
is garbage.
No, it's fine.
Come in a little more. It's still.
Still too much? Not better.
Not so fast.
You know,
Breathe on the lens.
could breathe on the lens. I'm not going to. We could.
I don't see the bottom part at all. There we go.
There we go. Right? Creating like a little fish tanky feel, right? Piece of plastic. We sell these pieces of plastic at Adorama. $75. Come see me after. Cash only. But yeah, you know, you can get that kind of cool feel. If I was really trying to finish it, I'd get the other side too, but I don't think we're going to manage that. That's kind of fun, right? Fun way to shoot the fish. Kind of good. I am curious to see them on. Now, what if your mom was like nice, but also a little bit crazy, and she like smashed the Swedish fish into the bread?
Like a Swedish fish sandwich.
Yeah.
Like your mom's not a teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Yeah, you can probably put another one in there, right?
You think so? One more?
Yeah, you pull them out more.
All right.
Like this. They're all kind of.
Okay, got it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, wow.
They're all like attacking him.
Wow, that's very violent. Okay.
Yeah.
She said it's very violent.
Well, he said they were attacking him.
Come on, that's totally a like antagonistic.
It is a little bit antagonistic. But in a way, though, he doesn't really care.
I mean, he's happy.
He needs a little bit of mustard. And then we got him.
That's, like
That's
underneath
that's
him
the
or?
plot
Yeah,
of every
under.
action movie ever, like on a piece of bread.
Yep.
He's stuck to the bread.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like like a flow of material behind. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
He's pushing in. He's like flying in.
Right, exactly. There he is. He's on his way. He's making that a healthy lunch.
Mom needs to see a psychiatrist.
Yeah, exactly. Right, and then we got the Swedish fish. So, you know, now we're just playing and using the shapes and textures of the food.
Didn't your mom always tell you not to cook your food?
Yes, exactly. I wasn't able to play with my food when I was a kid, so now I'm doing it now. Okay, questions now that we've really gone off the rockers. No. Okay, 3 o'clock. I think I already started saying this. We're going to stream on Facebook, so if you guys don't want to come back, or if you're watching online at 3 o'clock, Facebook, at 4:30, which we're not doing we're not going to do live on my Facebook. We do overtime where Seth makes fun of me. So if you guys want to see Seth tell me all that, you can't hear him right now, but he's going to say all that stuff live. That'll be at 4:30. That's on my Facebook though, not on Adorama. So that's Daniel Norton Photographer. Also, Seth is. You don't do it live though. Well, you don't do it here. But if you guys are in New York on Monday, Seth is doing a speedlight demo, which will be really, really fun. What else we got going on? Next week, Dialogue Day. So if you guys are filmmakers or want to be or just want to come see a cool dialogue, Dave and Fernando take the stage and they're going to set up and shoot a dialogue in the store. So you guys will see an actual dialogue being shot. Hopefully something that doesn't get us in trouble. We'll find out tomorrow, next week, I guess. That's on Thursday.
It's on the 28th.
Couple of good scenes.
And finally, the critique is on the 28th. So go to adorama.com/events to see how to sign up for that. If you're local, you can send pictures in, and myself and Seth will look at them, and I'm super nice And of course, Seth is mean. Any other questions? Did I hit everything?
Yeah, you're done.
We should have, so I'm done. Okay, so thanks for watching online, guys. I'll see you at 3 if you decide, or next week. And thanks for coming, guys. Thanks.